Do you think Ten Hag will lead Man United to top 4 this season?
I want consistency and an identity. He was kicking Cristiano, and then so I kicked him.
Have you ever wanted to speak back to Sir Alex Ferguson, but you were afraid to?
The machine's mashed up. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, let's start blaming the machine. Dodge, come on, man.
No, you know what? Can we just put this to bed, yeah? Who made these questions, man? Do you?
Maybe.
Right,
Me
cool.
and the team. Let's get to it. Rio. Jesse Lingard's move to Nottingham Forest. Do you think it's the right move?
No.
Why do you think it's not the right move?
Because I think he had West Ham on the table. West Ham were obviously there. They wanted him. And it was spoken about for ages. And he had the biggest thing for me, Jesse Lingard had missed a lot of football. Went to West Ham, rejuvenated, playing the football that I, for one, has always said that he's capable of. Scoring goals, impacting games in the Premier League. Could get himself back in the England squad through playing there. Yeah?
He did?
Did get back in the England squad. They want to sign him, goes back to Man United. I think he was promised a bit more football, goes back there, misses out another.
Do you understand that though, going back to Man United?
No, I said at the time I don't think he should go back. I think before he should have stayed at West Ham. Goes back, doesn't play for another season. Then get to the end of the season and you think, the same people that rejuvenated your career, the same fans that love you, the same teammates that loved you, the same players that actually helped you get back in the England squad, they want you. They're desperate for you. They're telling you they want you. Going to give you multiple year contract, and you go and sign a 1-year deal at Nottingham Forest, who are probably going to be relegation in the relegation throw up. Yeah.
Do you not think it's a good move? Like Christian Eriksen, he put himself back in the shop window. He's gone from
Christian Eriksen's
Brentford
different.
to
Christian Eriksen's different.
Man United.
Christian Eriksen's different.
Why?
Because his case was very different. He didn't have loads and loads of other clubs that are after him. He didn't have. He had to go back to the drawing board because of the situation he was in, and Brentford was a team that said, you know, we'll take a chance on him. Some clubs would have said no to Eriksen because just of health reasons. So, and I think it's not a good comparison. Jesse, I just feel West Ham was such a great fit for him before. Why would you not go back there? Because I saw the smile on the face of Jesse again that I'd missed. And then now he's going to Nottingham Forest, where are there going to be as many smiles on his face at Nottingham Forest when you're getting pumped it? Possession-wise,
Have you seen the
every
memes?
week. Every week, possession-wise, they're not going to have the ball.
They're not going to have the
right?
ball. It's true.
So they're going to be getting beat most weeks, yeah? And is he going to be as happy that he was at West Ham, where he was banging goals in, pushing them up the league? Like, they're going to be in Europe this year, like.
But is it?
But at the same time, and that's no disrespect to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and like most people, they're going to be in a relegation fight,
They're
right?
going down.
But then you've got to look at it one other hand. If Jesse comes out and said, listen, they offer me much more money. I'm going where they offer me more money at this stage of my life. Fair enough. I say, you know what, if that's the case, fair enough, I respect that as well.
Do you?
But me personally, I'm going West Ham.
Erik Ten Hag. Do you see him having a successful first season at Man United?
What's success?
Top 4? Top 4?
No. I don't think Man United finish top 4. I hope they do, but I don't think they will.
Well, you know, yeah. Who's finishing above you?
Man City, Liverpool,
Yeah.
Spurs.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Man United could finish top 4.
So then that means you're lying then.
No,
Let me ask you again. Wait. Let me ask you
ask me
again. No. We keep this in the filming here, Tom. Rio, do you think Ten Hag will lead Man United to top 4 this season?
Yes.
You just said no a minute ago. What makes you change your mind?
I looked at it again, and I think they will.
So what?
Fell. No, because you know what? I don't think they will, yeah. But then I'm indecisive.
So the machine is right there.
Yeah, the machine's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but you know why? When I look at it properly, Liverpool and City are way above everybody else. Yeah.
Go on.
Spurs, we don't know.
I think Spurs are going to get third.
I think Spurs will get third.
I think same here.
But we don't know. They're an unknown quantity still.
Fair enough.
Chelsea are in disarray.
What? Because
Everyone wants to go out.
Because we mashed them up 4-0.
Pre-season
I
don't mean
won the
nothing,
Florida
bro.
Cup.
Pre-season
Is that
don't mean
why?
nothing. We got spanked in pre-season bare times and won the league. And
Really?
Champions League. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
By who?
By the bare team. We used to go to Asia and get beat
Yeah.
by mad teams. Like seriously, and then,
Why?
and then win
Why?
the league.
Why?
We're
is that?
unfit. We're just getting our legs going.
So you're telling me those part-timers were beating you left, right, and centre?
Yeah, we used to get beat by teams like in Africa, in
No way.
Asia. Yeah, like, but it was a minor. It didn't affect the season.
Did you?
It was all
like
about
learning?
fitness. All for me was about fitness and getting our patterns of playing, getting the reps in, getting my legs going, and coming back. And all I cared about. You think I had lost any sleep about results on pre-season tours? We used to play Barca, Real Madrid, Juventus, teams like that. Sometimes we get beat, sometimes we win. The moment that game's finished, all I'm concerned about is, do I feel fit or not? I don't feel fit, man. That's what I'm worried about. Not if we got beat. I don't feel sharp enough yet. That's what I'm concerned about. So results mean nothing to me.
So you don't care about pre-season, but
Results. I don't care about pre-season results.
All right, but how does Ten Hag get Man United in the top 4 with the players that he's brought in? Look, I'm being honest, Joe, this season, right? You man ain't brought no one. Yeah, all these guys, I don't believe in them. Tyrell, Malacia, I don't know enough in it, but I'm with Cristiano in this one. They're not doing nothing. If I was Cristiano, I'd be shopping myself to every single club like it's Croydon, bro. I don't care. Like, shops left, right, left. I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you gotta let me know, how is he gonna get them in top 4?
I don't know, man.
So many players have gone, Rio.
What I'm more interested in, I spoke about this before. What I'm more interested in is, can Ten Hag stamp his authority in that place and get an identity of football being played consistently, and then get consistent results. If he can get that, I'm happy. I don't care about a trophy right now. Man United ain't in a position to win trophies. They're not in a position to win trophies. If they do, it's a bonus. Yeah. But,
you do things like this.
no, but you know why? Let me explain
something.
something to you. Let me explain something to you. If Man United won a FA Cup this year, or Carabao Cup this year, but we're still on this up and down performances every week, not knowing what you're going to get with no identity, I don't want that.
You'd rather finish 5th or 6th.
Yes,
or 7th.
where I can go, the future looks better. The future, I can see something building here. If it's the other way around, I'm not here for it. I want consistency and an identity out on that pitch, week in, week out, that I can go, you know what? And this man don't suffer fools. Discipline's in the house. I see the reports on 5 this morning saying that he left a player out twice, didn't even make the squad because of the punctuality.
Yeah,
that's
lateness.
the shit I need to see.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, that's fair enough. Have you ever lied to the gaffer?
Yes.
Truthful.
Okay, all right, cool. So you've been lying to Sir Alex Ferguson, yeah?
Didn't say which gaffer, did you?
Yeah. Harry Redknapp?
You didn't say which gaffer.
All
We
right,
haven't got to
cool.
specify.
We'll find out later. Did you ever cheat on a test at school?
Yes.
Man, Rio, man.
Truthful.
I thought you was a model student. What's going on? All right, cool. Now, at least you're telling
I hope
the
my
truth.
kids don't watch this.
Yeah, listen, at least you're telling the truth. Is there a player you wanted to punch but didn't in the dressing room?
Yes.
Truthful.
Was that player Ruud van Nistelrooy?
Once, yeah. How do you know that?
Truthful.
Oh, wow. Hey, Ruud, we got to send this to Ruud.
He was
okay.
He was one of a few.
Really? I thought you lot were boys in that.
No, we were, but they're always going to be like altercations. Once
Yeah.
we had a little kind of like coming together, it never mattered to nothing. But
What
It
was it
happens.
about? What was it about, though?
he was kicking Cristiano, and Cristiano was like a young kid then, and then so I kicked him and said, "Stop! Like, what are you doing? Don't
So
do
you
that."
kicked him back.
Yeah, like Cristiano weren't going to do that, so I thought he was taking liberties. So I just kind of, after when the ball come to him, I smashed him, and then we both jumped up, and then got pulled apart a little bit. So handbags.
You've had Cristiano's back from day one, innit?
Yeah, but I think Ruud said after that like he was in the wrong, so it's cool.
It's all
we're,
good.
me and Ruud are boys, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's
he
my
came,
guy.
He came on the show. Check it
Yeah.
out on 5. Would you make a good manager?
Yes.
Truthful.
Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You know
Do
I would be.
Nah, do you know why I don't believe it? Because, yes, there's this new calm and reformed Rio Ferdinand, but can you imagine a defender coming out, right, and sliding on the floor, not staying on his feet. Could you handle that in today's generation?
I could handle that, but I just want my team to play beautiful football. Be hard, but be beautiful at the same time. But you know what? You've got to be a social worker nowadays. It ain't about, tactics this. Yeah, you could do, there's coaches. There's so many coaches. But if you can be a social worker and handle 25 superstars or 25 egos, that's when you've got a chance of being really good. And I reckon that's where I'd come into my own.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Lie detector says you ain't lying.
Couple of nights out and that. You know?
All right, cool. Next question.
Yeah.
You guys are going to love this one. Was Nemanja Vidić your favorite defensive partner?
Yes.
Truthful.
Oh, okay, cool. Nemanja, you've seen this. Now you got to come on, man.
Vida knows, man.
But why? What is it that made him the best? Because you played with some class players, man.
We understood each other's games. There was no egos about us. I wanted to help him. He wanted to help me. Simple as.
Next question, similar to what I've asked already. Have you ever wanted to speak back to Sir Alex Ferguson, but you were afraid to?
No.
Fail.
Bro, what are you lying for, man?
Well, I spoke back to him all the time when I needed to.
But was there a time where you wanted to, but you were afraid?
There might have been, not afraid, but there might have been a time where I thought, maybe the time's not right. But I wouldn't say the word I was scared to do it, because I had my fair share of coming together with a manager.
So were you not afraid of the hairdryer treatment or anything like that?
No, you didn't want it, but I got it a few times.
Yeah.
Like when I spoke out or went against him with something. So, the machine's mashed up. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, they start blaming the machine. Do you reckon it's one of those ones there where you would pick the right moments, or what was that
Well,
like?
I actually picked the wrong moments quite a few times.
Why?
Because it just emotion and came into play. But I've said this a few times that Bayern Munich away, he made a substitution. I didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
And I went crazy on the pitch and I was shouting in the tunnel, got into the change room, and then he just became a hairdryer over the top of me. Just started screaming at me like this from there. And I remember I was shouting back, and I remember Gary Neville. Yeah, I remember Nev just said to me, "Ree, just leave it." Yeah. And I was like, "You know, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying is right, right." And he was like, "Listen, but you can't win these arguments."
Is it? But do you reckon, for example, did you ever sit there and think, I might get sold next year if I carry on talking like this? Was that ever a fear?
Did you watch me play?
Yeah.
You weren't selling me, man. Only old age was the only way I was getting out of that place.
What about when you got the fresh contract and he said, "Oh yeah, but you got an extension"? I wouldn't have given you that.
No. But listen, at the end of the day, yeah. Well, I know that when I was there playing in my prime time, there was no way I was going nowhere else.
That's good to know. All right, cool. Have you ever cried after a football game, not including a final?
No.
Truthful.
Okay, cool. So those finals were the only ones that really hit home,
Yeah.
like that, innit?
Yeah. No, actually, I think I cried after England when we got beat in the quarterfinals in the World Cup. I cried after a couple of
Was
finals.
that 2002 against Brazil?
No, the one after, 2006.
Okay, cool.
I cried after losing a couple of finals for United, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't help it, man. You get emotional. Do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing after you look at it and you think, right, man, what was I crying for? But it's part of it, man. It's
You give it all, innit?
Yeah, you give everything. You're desperate to win, and then you get beat.
You know, quick question, yeah. You know when you get beat and you know it's an individual's fault, yeah? What's that feeling like? Because obviously you got to do the whole, it's all right, man, we're all a team stuff. But when you go back in the dressing room and there's no cameras, what's that like? Have you ever had to point someone out?
No,
what's wrong with you, man?
For a mistake, never. Never go you're to blame, because if it's a genuine mistake and it's just because of a bad decision or whatever it is, that's part of the game, man. You understand and you accept that. But if it's for a desire, or you haven't done something that you should have been doing prior to the game, and then all of a sudden it's come out in the game, then that's when you do start thinking, or you say listen, don't let that happen again, man. But finals are very difficult situations because no one walks into that wanting to lose.
Name and shame, please.
I ain't got no one on the top of my mind who I can think of.
In your whole 20-something year career, you can't think of one person
The what?
that you thought, you know what, it's your fault and I'm calling you out.
Oh, there's loads, man. There's loads, but I can't think of individual situations. But there's loads of times where sometimes you wouldn't even do it in the change room straight after. You'd wait till Monday and go, you know what? Remember that decision, man? You cross the ball there, man. You can't get in there and then you don't cross the ball. I've seen loads of people like Nani, Cristiano when he was younger, even like But Wazza, I used to argue with Wazza every game because I would say, just shoot, man. What are you trying to pass the ball 30 yards or all this like fancy stuff? Get an opportunity, keepers waiting for you, and you don't test him. Test him.
You telling a wonder kid, the best
player
of our generation, for you to do that.
But I think that's part of it, and I think it's all part of learning. I think we all have to have that moment where someone is always telling you. And I think a team that doesn't have people that tell people straight don't win.
That's true. That's a good point. I like that.
That's where Arsenal need to
well, Arsenal, yeah, we got that now.
Who?
Gabriel Jesus. Come on.
No, is he going to tell people, yeah?
I think Zinchenko will.
I hope so.
I think he will. I
think that's what you've been lacking.
Zinchenko, Saliba.
Oh, Saliba's playing now, yeah?
Oh, yeah, he's playing.
He's going to start?
Yeah,
Instead of who?
100%. Ben White goes right back, Gabriel and Saliba, centre backs.
Ben White plays right back for you?
Yeah, he does. He can. He's done it for England as well. He can.
So you'll finish above Spurs?
This year I'm being honest, Joel, right? I text you and I
Is
said,
that who you are now, yeah?
Yeah, honest Joel.
He texted me the other day in the group saying he's going to be honest. So what have you been prior to this?
I've just been conservative,
Gasman.
innit? Conservative.
Gasman Joel.
Conservative Joel, innit?
Oh,
conservative,
British
innit?
Gas.
You were doing the same when Ollie was in charge.
Oh,
Come
mate.
on, man.
No, you know what? Can we just put this to bed, yeah? You see Ollie, yeah? You see Ollie. When I said Ollie at the wheel, give him a new contract.
Yeah. No, you meant it.
Look at his record up to that point.
You meant it. I know you meant it.
He actually, the results spoke for themselves.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about when he started like doing some messed up business at United for a few months, and every week you were coming up with some sort of excuse to back your boy.
No, you got to give people time sometimes.
Nah, he had too much time.
I gave Jose time.
You lot didn't have the same. You didn't have the same energy for Ralph Rangnick. You wanted him out the door quick.
No, but he's an interim manager. It's very different. And some of the stuff he was saying in the media meant like, boy, I can't defend this guy no more. So when you look at the history of me talking about Man United managers, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I've always given them time because I don't think you can have a knee-jerk reaction to a result or a performance. So over time, yeah, let's stick with him, give him the chance, give him benefit of the doubt. His history suggests that they've done well, not so much with Ole, but the other two that I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden, Ole done enough to warrant a contract, I believe. And then you've got to give him time then. You can't give him a new contract and go, oh, after 4 games, no, he's got to go, he's got to go.
It weren't after 4 games.
Well, 10, 15, 20 games.
It
anyway.
was enough.
But then when I felt, that, listen, there's no turning back, I called him out. He's an ex-teammate, but you got to have the...
Have you seen him since?
No, I've not seen him.
What's that going to be like?
From my side, I'm going to be cool.
Yeah.
I go up to him the same way. If we'll have to wait and see how Ollie is, if he's taken it to heart or if he thought I was wrong, we'll see. But I will say exactly what I said on TV to any of people's face. That's what it's because I believe in what I said. That should have been on one of your questions, shouldn't it?
Believe it, watch it, BT Sport.